Digitalization has become inevitable in all fields of economy and industry. All supply chain depends on well-planned logistics and information visibility to plan and perform all the production operations and sales. Here we present Baltic Nordic eCMR indexing prototype version 2.
We have upgraded the prototype with functionalities to better map and analyze the alternatives, how the eFTI application in the future should be.
Technologies already exist, they are working. We just need a time, accept them and use in proper way.
Stopping a truck for even a short inspection will have a huge impact on the delivery schedules. Now, with the eCMR indexing, trucks can drive without interruptions and meet their expected timetables as planned. Even companies such as Ospentos that are already using eCMR are also benefiting from the cross-border system.
We have been using the paperless technology already for several years in our trucking operations in Ospentos. eCMR is definitely the way forward, and Ospentos strongly supports the DINOCAP project.
The solution for eCMR cross-border exchange is indexing. Every shipment's electronic document is created by eCMR service provider, soon on the eFTI platform. The information about the original document, together with the truck and trailer number, is transmitted to the index registry. All index records are time-stamped, locked and encrypted with blockchain technology at the national index node, where all national indexes interact with each other. When information about the truck and the cargo is needed, the request can be made to one single query environment. For that, a police, tax or customs officer enters the truck or trailer number to the system and gets to see the eCMR information they are entitled to see on their screens. In the future, the queries like this index query can also be made by competent authorities from other member states. The index network, as well as the query, can be joined from any EU country.
DINOCAP is a very good example how it is possible to exchange information between countries, because the system needs to be interoperable.
The project is to test these new technologies and prove that they will help us, the business, the public sector, to have a better life.
eCMR has proven itself as a mature showcase with strong juridical background. The ultimate goal is to develop a seamless data exchange.
This prototype highlights the opportunities of creating a cross-border eFTI solution for the future.
We are catering and feeding into the eFTI regulation and are presenting proudly a solution to the European Commission.
This is DINOCAP, eCMR cross-border prototype, the result of an excellent cooperation between partners from Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania and Poland. The solution is contributing to fast, transparent and efficient transport across Europe.
Yes, we had working very hard to move further with eCMR prototype updating, and today I would like to introduce what we already achieved. And moving to another slide, we have the status on Baltic Sea region countries that we are still lacking of common legislation. Businesses wanting to have the more effective solutions, but we still don't have the really working solutions. And different countries and different governments, different agencies need to have the common solution. And a lot of discussion are ongoing on eFTI topic at the moment, and we need to understand how the eCMR will be transferred to eFTI. To achieve and solve these problems, there was implemented a lot of previous projects, and you can see on next slide that Digino and Digino Proto projects, which were implemented from 2017 to 2020, and was involved stakeholders from Denmark, Poland, Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia. There was we made a study how to involve all the countries and agencies to the one solution on eCMR, and architecture model was developed during this project. That was a previous project before the Digino and DinoCap to have the prototype of the project. So during these projects, the architecture of eCMR data exchange model was developed, and here in the slide you can see how it can work. According to this prototype and architecture, during the project of eCMR Proto, there was developed functionalities, and they were tested in Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. The main architecture and code was written for the eCMR. There was a prepared authentication model. There was a prepared graphical user interface for testing, and for the document exchange model was prepared. On this prototype, DinoCap project was following up, and new functionalities was developed. And during the project DinoCap, new data exchange model was developed on the prototype, and it was agreed and programmed that only machine readable files will be accepted. XDI schema for document accessing and storage will be used. Another functionality what was developed was authentication model, and we were discussing which model of authentication we shall use, and it was selected OAuth to be used and programmed, and accounts and passwords for index administration was developed. Another functionality which was very important and had previous a lot of discussion, it was data standard, what we shall use, and Fact was selected the main standard for eCMR, and prototype was programmed and tested. Another feature which led us to feel that the prototype is very fast going to real working product was user interface development. And on the right side of the slide, you can see how it looks now, the user interface. And this user interface was tested across various stakeholders, and was accepted that it's very comfortable. Deployment on next slide, you can see prototype deployment was done, was tested across different countries, agencies, and private companies across Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, Poland, and we had possibility to try to test it across Kaliningrad. All eCMR prototype was based on a blockchain solution, and it was selected because one of the most safest and most modern systems. Yes, prototype testing. On slide you can see it was tested across different countries by experienced experts. It was tested Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia, and Poland. And all was achieved during the project, and how the project and prototype was upgraded. Yes, next slide. Next, it is not end for the prototype, and already we are finalizing to sign a contract for NDPTL funding from North Dimension, and funding will be done from North Investment Bank and European Commission for further development of prototype and eCMR across NDPTL countries. During the follow-up project which will be implemented on 2022, there will be done study on eCMR readiness implementation. Roadmap will be prepared, and we are planning to analyze how eCMR can be used across different transportation modes, rails, ferries, and air transportation. Further development of eCMR is planned to do, and EPSI standard will be tested in the existing prototype, and there will be organized hackathons, and startups will be involved for further development of different functionalities of eCMR. The final activity, which is planned for next year, it is analysis how the existing eCMR prototype can be grown up to fulfill eFTI requirements. And that is not the only project on which we are working. CEF and Interact projects and finding possibilities we are looking for to have on 2024 the fully working product and platform for eCMR and eFTI implementation. And that is urgently needed for the business, for the governments, for the agencies to have more effective and more clear the documentation across the logistic sector. That was my last slide, and thank you for the listening, and hope that together we can grow till 2024 with very good working product. Thank you.